So the question is, where do you start? Okay? Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to build trust, confidence, and chemistry. That's what we're trying to do. So if you can change your business model to reflect this quote, I will tell you things will happen that you never thought possible. Because people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I've heard this for years and years and years. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. You know why? No one cares more than me. You know why? No one cares more than you. But if you can project that to people, that you want something, I care, and I'm interested in what you do, you want something, that is the key to success, because people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Trust, confidence, and chemistry. So how else do we build trust, confidence, and chemistry? You have to know the people. Who are you dealing with? Who is your client? Who's your prospect? What do you know about them? Who here has ever heard of Mackey 66? Anyone? Unless you've been to one of my seminars. Mackey 66. He started out selling envelopes for some company back into the 1960s. He decided at some point in time to go into business himself, selling envelopes. He built the world's largest envelope company in the world. And he said, I will never hire anyone unless you follow my process. And you know what the process was? You have to know who your client is. What's their name? Who do they work for? What's the spouse's name? What are the kids' name? Don't say, how's your wife? How's Susie? How are the girls? Well, I have 3 girls. Very expensive. Very emotional. Right? Aaron, Lee, Kate. How old are they? What's going on? What hobbies are they doing? What sports are they doing? Where have you gone on vacation? What kind of food you like? You have to know the people that you deal with. You know why? The more you know, the more fun it becomes. Tammy was talking about having fun. It is fun. Because you want something, the key is you don't want to do business with all the people. You only want to do business with the right people, the people you like, but you have to know them. Because when I go in and I talk to a client about insurance, professional liability insurance, no one wants to hear about insurance. I'm not kidding. I have an hour meeting, 5 minutes insurance. I talk about the family, the kids, this, that, blah, 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 blah. I want to know what they're doing in terms of the projects, what's interesting, what are they excited about. That's what they want to talk about. It's about you. It's not about me. But the people you're dealing with, you have to know who they are. Trust, confidence, chemistry. Chemistry. You go onto the internet, Mackey 66. There are actually 66 questions. I went off the internet and got this, and believe me, there are more questions than there are more questions than you need to know. But the idea is that you have to know the people you're dealing with. Very important. And I'm just going to kind of buzz through business background. If they work for someone, they work for a government, the question is, who do they have to look good to? If they work for someone. What is the success criteria? What are they looking for? You want something, you have to know this. Because it helps you put yourself in a position to make that person look good. So that way they can achieve whatever the success criteria is in their mind. Because when they look good, you look good. You ever have a conversation with someone and they're talking, you ask them a question, maybe they're talking for a half hour, and they say, you know what, that was a great conversation, thanks. And say, gee, that Steve is such a great guy. You know why? Because they were talking about themselves. They weren't talking about you. The idea is that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Okay? So Mackey 66. Okay? You go on the internet, you can find it. But relationships, when I talk about relationships, it has to be a process. Who here actually has relationships, uses relationships as a process internally in terms of your firm? Anyone? Excellent. It's important that relationships is a process for a whole host of different reasons. Number one, it controls your confidence. You get shortlisted on something. You say, gee, this project is perfect for me. I'm going to get this project. You don't get it. So you go back to the board. But what are you going to do next? You have to know exactly who you're going to call next. Relationships have to be a process. You have to stay in touch with people. You have to talk to people. It's about trust, confidence, and chemistry. It has to be a process. Now, I have a lot of things going on in my life, and I'm sure everyone has a lot of things going on in your life. But if you're running a firm, you're one of the principals that runs a firm, you have to know exactly what to do. But the reality is you may not know what to do. It's important that you have someone to tell you what to do. Let them run the process. It just point you in the right direction. That's what we do in my office. I can't remember everything. I'm great at numbers. Any number I can remember. 10 years ago, I can remember anything to the death, but now I'm great with numbers. You tell me 100,000, 87,000, 27,000. I'm great. These are premiums, right? I'm great with numbers. How much is this person pay? Yes. But when I'm talking to people, when I'm going to see clients, I can't remember their spouse's name, their children's name, whatever. Someone in my office gives me the information in my calendar. So when I show up, I know exactly what I'm talking about. It's about chemistry, trust, confidence, chemistry, but you have to make it a relationship because it helps control your confidence. It tells you exactly what to do. You have to be able to rely upon the process.